Mark Woodard? I remember Mark. He worked here a couple years ago. It was nice when he wasn't drunk or trying to have sex with the cooks in the walk-in.
Mark Woodard? Oh, I met Mark Woodard when we were doing a TheatreWorks production of The Pirates of Penzance. He was the very model of a modern Major General. Oh, I met up with Mark a couple of years ago in Dayton, Ohio. Dirty Dayton is what we call it. It was just the three of us. Mark and I and Dr. Quinn, medicine woman. Ooh, we smoked a ton of marijuana, drank Pabst Blue Ribbon, and sang karaoke all night long. Ooh. Do I think Mark wore those shoes? Hell yeah, I do. And I'll bet he wore them without socks. And I'll bet he looked good doing it.
Oh, Mark, the nice lad that likes to wear the kilt on special occasions? Oh no, I can't imagine that he would steal someone else's shoes. My goodness, do you think he'd steal someone's shoes, Harry?
Told you once, I told you 1,000 times, but he didn't steal the shoes. He's a nice lad. Besides, he looks fine in a kilt. He's got good, strong legs, and he knows how to use them.
I only met Mark Woodard once, but he was really good friends with my sister Pam. But we haven't heard anything from Mark since Pam's disappearance. Anyway, Pam and Mark wanted to start a pet sitting business, which I thought was super weird because Pam's hated animals ever since she was attacked by a pack of wild dwarf rabbits at the Indiana State Fair. So much blood. So much fur. Anyway, Mark had these friends, and they were going out of town, and they agreed to let Pam and Mark watch their dogs. 2 Cocker Spaniels, I think. So Pam and Mark, they packed everything up, and they went all the way up to Inwood. And I guess things were fine for the first couple of days. But then Mark started losing interest in the dogs. He would never come home, and when he did, he would just get super high and watch porn all the time. And if it wasn't porn, it was 3 Men and a Baby, like over and over and over. So weird. Anyway, Pam packed her stuff up and left after a couple of days. And then the dogs started like freaking out, like peeing all over the place. The dogs peed in their little dog bed, but like peed so much that the pee like soaked through the whole dog bed into the hardwood floor and ruined the hardwood floor. Well, I guess Mark couldn't stand the smell, so he took the dog bed out and he put it in the hallway of the building. He left it there overnight, just sitting in the hallway, and when he woke up the next morning, the dog bed was gone because somebody in their disgusting Inwood building took the urine-soaked dog bed. Ugh. Pam and Mark didn't really speak after that. And I think that Mark didn't even talk to those friends. Like, he didn't buy them a new bed, he didn't apologize. I don't think he even wrote them a note. Last I heard, Mark had tried to get back into the pet sitting game. Some friend of his in the East Village had gotten married and was going on a honeymoon, and he agreed to watch their cat. But I guess the cat flipped out on Mark and attacked him, left Mark with like a huge scar across his face. Pretty smart cat. Although I then heard that Mark like starved the cat and the cat didn't eat for like a week. And listen, I don't know the details. And I'm not saying that Mark had something to do with Pam's disappearance, but it's pretty coincidental that no one heard from him. And she disappeared right after that. Do I think he took the shoes? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's capable of taking someone's shoes and wearing them, especially without socks. Mark Woodard would do whatever he needed to do, step on whoever he needed to step on to get to the top.
My brother Jabbar, he had taken me to see a play in the cafeteria called A Christmas Carol, and there was a play about an all-white man named Mr. Scrooge, and he don't like Christmas, and so he mean to everybody. And then there a man that worked for him named Bob Cratchit, and Bob Cratchit have a little boy named Tiny Tim, and Tiny Tim, he crippled, so he got to use a stick to get around, because he could walk very good. And Mr. Scrooge, he went home to his house, and then then he went to bed, and then there were these ghosts, and the ghosts came to Mr. Scrooge's house, and then they scare him, and they tell him, Mr. Scrooge, you better like Christmas, otherwise I'm gonna shoot you in the head, and then I'm gonna take all your puppies, and I'm gonna take your money, and I'm gonna throw it in the river, and then nobody gonna hear from you ever again. And then Mr. Scrooge decided he liked Christmas, and then everybody was happy at the end, and then they ate a goose. It was a good play.
Mark Woodard. Ay, Dios mío.
Ah, I love Mr. Mark. He's a very nice man. Every time I see Mr. Mark, he likes to kiss me on the lips. And I like this. No, I don't think that Mr. Mark would steal Mr. Timo's shoes. No, because I think that Mr. Mark was very sad when Mr. Uyghur has steal his camera. So I don't think that Mr. Mark would like to steal something from someone else, yeah? Oh, and Mr. Mark, very nice with my husband. Every time you see my husband, he say, I would like to help you. And my husband say, no, no. But Mr. Mark, I follow him to his car anyway.
How do you know Mark Woodard?
He's Mark.
How do you know him?
He's
Mark Woodard. Do you know Mark Woodard? Intimately? Have you met Mark Woodard? But how do you know him? Are you friends with Mark Woodard? But how did you meet?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh,
Do you know Mark Woodard well enough to give us any information about this case?
Yes.
Do you think he wore those shoes then?
Yes.
You think he stole those man's shoes
Yes.
and wore them
Oh, yeah.
without socks?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, he did.